Hello and welcome back to my car. I'm a lot embarrassed to show you what I'm about to show you right now. But I feel like if we're going to have an honest relationship, then you need to know who I really am. And sometimes I'm really messy. So take a look at this caked on dirt here. I'm actually a little concerned about what I'm about to show you in here in case you never want to see me or meet me again. But look at this. Do you still love me? I mean, honestly, it's ridiculous, I know. But life has been absolutely insane. Been working on this crazy midterm for over a week now. I just ordered some groceries online because that's just my life right now, you guys. But I have 5 more weeks left in this insane program and I will be closer to graduating. But I need to wash my car, so I'm going to take you on a little car wash because that's what we've got to do. I've got to take care of this because it's just not okay. It's not all right to live like this. Like, I have gym clothes, changes of clothes. I have I don't know. You saw board games back there. I have my friend's cheese board. It's not always like this. It's just that life has been so chaotic that I just throw things in my car. Can't do it anymore. So let's get this thing washed. That awkward moment when I've been an unlimited member for like 2 months and I've gone here maybe once. It's not good, you guys. That's why you don't get memberships. But I need to get better at this. I do. Much better. I can actually see out of the windshield. Geez, now it's time to vacuum this little sucker. Nice and clean. I still have a pile right here, but I'll get that out when I actually clean out my car. But it's clean, you guys. I feel so much better already. Well, I got to thinking. If I would have just started to clean out my car as I brought the stuff in, instead of piling it on and on and on and on, but there's always an excuse and a reason why I don't want to. It's too late. I'm tired. I'll just get it later. But later never happened. And that's how we got here. And I started to think about how sometimes I do that in life too, with my patterns of how I deal with things and issues. For example, I was in a very, very long relationship throughout high school and then a little bit into my adult years. Almost 6 years, you guys. That's like too long. I don't even understand. Instead of healing from that relationship, I jumped into another one because that's what was easier to do at the time. A guy came in and I was like, oh, cool, he's nice. Let's go there. And then he wanted to get serious, and I said, no, sir, I'm not in for that, because I was still hung up on the other guy. So then I let go of this dude, and then I thought, okay, it's fine. And then another guy came in that I really cared about, but I was so jacked up that I screwed that up. And then I met my now husband, who saw me as this out-of-control mess, which he wasn't wrong. And he said to me that I needed to figure out my stuff, which I did not want to. I said no, and I ran away, of course, because that's what every mature, healthy adult does. You run away. But I wasn't healthy, and I wasn't at a place in my life where I was prepared to deal with things, but it was time. So I took the long process of literally cleaning out every past hurt and relationship and all the way back into my issues with my parents' divorce and stuff that we'll talk about that maybe another day. This isn't the time, but my point of this video is that I wanted you to know that it's so much easier to clean out your problems as they come and face the issues as they come, as opposed to letting them pile up and then you have to spend years, like what I did, cleaning it out. Does that make sense? Just like my car, instead of just cleaning stuff out as I went, I let it pile up, and now it's taking me a 2-hour process instead of taking me 3 minutes. It goes for every area and relationship that you might have. Think about conflicts. Everybody has disagreements with friendships or family or, siblings or bosses or coworkers, and we let it pile on or fester. That word, fester. What you do, you let it boil to this point where there's an explosion, right? Because you don't have anything left. There's no more room. If I were to just keep on piling stuff in my car, eventually I'd be overtaken. And you would probably just be able to see my eye, because that would be all that there's room for. And I wouldn't be functional. I couldn't have people come sit in my car and go on rides or road trips. Also, it's just messy and I can't find stuff. And that's kind of how our lives become. They become so cluttered with emotion or frustration or anger or hurt. And eventually there's no room for anything else. So we kind of lose our tempers. Here's the thing. I want to challenge you this week to think about maybe some frustrating situations that you might be in, maybe at work, something with family, friend that is bothering you, and I ask that you would handle it. My job, I feel like, when I talk to you guys, is to let you in on my drama, and I don't like that saying where it says experience is the best teacher. Sometimes I think the best teacher is learning from somebody else's mistakes, and I want you to learn from mine. Don't take drama into your marriage. Don't continue to pile on emotions and hide them away or deal or cope with them by being busy, drinking, or relationships, having sex, doing drugs, or don't deal with them that way. I want to challenge you to go forward and meet yourself where you're at. Reach out and ask for help if you're stuck, because that's what I had to do. I have a relationship with the Lord, and that was one of my ways, but also I went to counseling. I reached out to other people who helped me walk through it. I cried a lot. I was frustrated a lot, but I'm at a place now where I know myself better, and instead of beating myself up and saying, oh my gosh, how could you be such a loser and allow yourself to be treated how you did in that relationship? Or how could you treat that person that way when you cared about them? Now I see, okay, you did this because of this. But let me tell you, friend, just because there's a reason for something doesn't mean there's an excuse. It's not okay for me to treat people how I treated them because I was all screwed up. That might have been where I was in that moment, and I didn't know or have the capacity to emotionally be there. It really did cost me, and thank goodness things worked out, and I have an amazing husband who is absolutely incredible on every level. But some people aren't so lucky, and some people don't take the time to deal with the hard stuff, and instead they just end up jumping from relationship to relationship until they just pick and they get married or they get pregnant, and then they're stuck. If you're stuck, it's never too late. It's never too late to work through things, you guys. It's never too late to grow or to change or to challenge yourself. And I want to leave you with this. You cannot change anybody else. You're not responsible for someone else's feelings. And what I mean by that is you can be a jerk, yes, and it could affect your spouse, but it's up to them how they react. I know that sounds a little bit weird, but for example, my husband can come home and have a bad day, and he can be rude and he can be cynical and he can say these things, which he doesn't, just Small disclaimer, he's pretty awesome. He's not perfect. He can come home in a grouchy mood and I have a choice. I could either say, screw you, I'm not helping you, leave me alone, be mad, get my feelings hurt, or I can say, I know you. I know this isn't you. Back off a little. Have a little patience and grace, because let me just tell you, your girl right here has lots of bad days and she gets grumpy. And why am I talking about myself in third person? I don't know what's happening right now, but it's fine. As always, you're amazing. You're capable of great things. Make sure that you are doing whatever it takes to get to where you want to be. If you're not where you're at now and you're struggling and you're thinking, I'm so overwhelmed, I don't even know where to start. Start with acknowledging the fact that you're not perfect. Nobody is. We all have our drama. 0 families have it all together. Everyone has their baggage. Do you know what? That's what makes us us. And I want to be a person that learns from my mistakes and moves forward. And honestly, I'm not going to let this happen anymore. I know I'm talking about serious stuff, but I'm not going to let my car get messed up either. I'm going to start cleaning it out as I go. I challenge you to do the same. Deal with your stuff. If you need anything, reach out. Check out my email. Find me on Instagram @LizLane. Message me. I'd love to talk to you more and get to know you. But also hit the subscribe button. Put on the bell notifications if you want to see more of me. Happy everything. I don't know what time of day or night you're watching this, but I hope you have an amazing and incredible week. What else? Almost Valentine's Day. Goodbye, junk. Goodbye, problems. Goodbye, YouTube.